Hey everyone, I'm back. I missed you guys. I'm back with the sickness. All right, so I hope you're down with the sickness. I went to Florida. I went to Disney World for about a week. I got tore up by allergies, something I was not ready for, and I was down for a few days, but I still had to get up every morning and go hit the parks. I went to Disney World with my kids. I still got up every morning and I hit the gym at about 2:30, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, I think actually. Worked out for about 2 hours. Even though I was tired from the day before, I think counting my steps, I walked about 5 miles a day, guys. All right, that was crazy. It was wild. All right, they say it's vacation, but it's not vacation for the parents. It's vacation for the kids. All right, so I went to Disney World for about a week. The weather was awesome, and now we're back. All right, I got the beard going on. I've been out of work for a while, and go back tomorrow, so all this is going to come off. But I appreciate your guys' support. I appreciate all the likes. I hope you guys are sharing my content and subscribing. I really appreciate it. And it's the start of another week. All right, it might be a holiday today, but it's still the start of another week. All right, it's Monday. Okay, so the first thing I did to start my week off right is I got up at 2:30 this morning. I got up at 2:30 this morning, and I hit the gym. I got there about 3:30, and I worked out for 2 hours. I hit a full body workout in just under 2 hours, and it hurt. All right, the workouts that I got in Disney World were nowhere near the difficulty that I get in an actual real gym. All right, the resort gyms just are not enough. All right. And so I got up this morning, I got business done, and now I'm out running errands. It's 8:30 where I'm at. I was able to drop my daughter off at school this morning and make breakfast for my family when they woke up, and I was able to see the sun come up. I was the first one in the gym. In fact, I was the only one in the gym at 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, this gym is 24 hours. It's on a military base, and I was the only one that wanted it. I was the only one that got up this morning and decided to fight. I was the only one this morning that wanted it bad enough, that wanted to go to the gym to make a difference. All right, don't get me wrong. I didn't want to wake up this morning. I was comfortable in my cozy bed next to my wife, all right, in my warm house. All right, I could have gone back to sleep. In fact, every morning when my alarm goes off at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, the first thing that I do is make excuses, and I try to figure out how I can go back to sleep and just hit my workout later. But then when that happens and I wake up later and I work out later, it doesn't make me feel good, because then I've got to fight for everything in the gym. I've got to wait, and I'm not the first in the gym. Okay, I've got to be a follower. I'm not a leader. Okay, but I am a leader. All right, I get up in the morning, I'm the first in the gym, so that way everybody knows when they come in the gym that I want it more than they do. Okay, and now they're waiting behind me for a machine. If they want to get a machine and I'm on it, get there before me. All right, get there earlier, get out of bed, stop being lazy, stop making excuses. All right, I just had a week off. I went to Disney World. I was drinking, okay? I was having a good time. I was eating shit. I was eating junk food in these parks, all right? I was staying up late, all right? I was hanging out, doing things that I don't normally do, but it was vacation, so I did it. But the first thing I did when I got back is I got back on my routine. I got back on my schedule, and now the consistency and routine starts all over again. Okay, getting up early, starting the day right, eating the right foods, taking in the right supplements, building that consistency that's going to help build your positive mental attitude, your strong mental, physical, and emotional strength. Okay, build it up. All right, and so this is how I started my day. You know, I went to the gym, I got it done, and now I'm out running errands, and I can do whatever I want for the rest of the day because I got my work done. All right, I'm at Target right now. I'm getting some things for my wife. I had to go to the car dealership, which is something that I had not planned for, but because I woke up so early and I got things done, I was able to get into the car dealership first in line, get in and get out under 10 minutes. I had to get a fluid topped off. All right, it's 40 degrees right now, which means when I woke up at 2:30 this morning, it was closer to 30 degrees, and I still got up, walked out of the house in some workout shorts, a hoodie, a hat, and a protein bar, and a mixer cup filled with some Go Juice is what I call it, all right, to get me going, to get me pumped for the gym. And I got it done. Okay, luckily my car has remote start, so I can get it warmed up before I get out there. But it's tough. The toughest part in the morning is getting out of bed. Once you get out of bed, at least for me, once I get out of bed and my feet are horizontal with the ground and they're touching the ground, I'm fine. And then all I do is I put one foot in front of the other, I put my clothes on, all right, and I make the conscious decision, the conscious choice to go work out and get the work done, put in the work, because now I feel great. I'm tired, yeah, but I'm tired from busting my ass, okay? I'm not tired from sitting on the couch or eating junk food, all right? The right kind of tired is when you've put in the work and you're worn down, you're beat up, you're exhausted because of positive stress, all right? Not because of negative stress, not because of junk food or bad life decisions, okay? It was because of a good life decision. I'll take this kind of tired any day, all right? So while I was at Disney World, a few things I did notice is how complacent people can be, okay? Even in a place like that, and even in a place like a fair or a celebration. Like, for example, there was an active shooter situation during the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory celebration, get together, whatever you want to call it, okay? You can never be too sure, all right? You got to check your surroundings. But what I noticed is that people just let their kids run around and do whatever, all right? And yeah, Disney World doesn't really have that many issues, so I've heard, and there's a lot of security checkpoints, and so that's good. But you know, it was nice to be able to celebrate with my family and forget about what's going on in the real world. But now that I'm back in the real world, I noticed how complacent people were, and it kind of brought me back down to earth. Is the lesson that I learned is, yes, it is amazing to be able to go out and spend time and money that you have earned with your family, spend it on your family, okay? Because I will not change that trip for anything in the world, all right? The looks on my daughter's faces when they were doing what they were doing, having fun, I will remember that forever until the day that I die. And my daughter, my 5-year-old, will remember this, will remember that trip. All right, in fact, the first thing she said this morning when she got out of the school to her teacher was not good morning. It was, hey, look at my new jacket. I got it at Disney World, because she's pumped to go back to school and share her stories with her friends. All right, and they all talk about what they did during their break. All right, but now that we're back in the real world, I realized how important it is to get ready. All right, get ready for what's coming. Start investing more, okay? And only invest what you can afford to lose. Start doing more research. Start putting your family in a position to where when things start to change in the next 5 or 10 years, you take yourself out of the middle class and you become a very, very small percentage of people that were ready, okay, that were ready for what's coming, and you put your family in a better tax bracket, okay, a better income bracket. You make more money, you make it easier for your kids, all right, so they don't have to suffer growing up, because what's coming, all right, a lot of people are not prepared for, okay? Now, the past few weeks, you know, the financial markets, I will say, have been good. Okay, so I've made some money while I was sleeping. All right, while I was at Disney World, you know, while I was just having fun, you know, I was making money, guys. All right, I was making money. You know, I set some alerts on my phone. My phone tells me when the price that I want has been reached and whatever I'm investing in, and then I sell, and then I take that money and I reinvest it, or I secure it in life insurance. Okay, so that way my wealth is protected. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 years. Is I'm just making money and I'm investing that money. Okay, and so I want you guys to be aware of what's going on in the world. Okay, the government's saying that the financial markets are fine, the economy is fine, but guys, wake up. In what world is the president living in? Is Janet Yellen living in? To where we are living in a good economy where the cost of living is not affordable. Okay, the middle class cannot afford to buy a house because of inflation. The prices of homes are ridiculous, and the inflation rates, the interest rates at which you have to borrow this money is ridiculous. Okay, wages aren't going up, but the cost of daily things are going up. All right, the cost of groceries are going up, guys. That's a telltale sign, which means that the producers of these goods, they're having to charge more because they're being charged more. It costs more money for these goods and services now. Okay, so now we're getting the brunt because we're the consumer. Okay, that's business, guys. It's just business. All right. For example, if you start a business and it costs you more money to buy the materials to make a shirt, for example, of course you're going to have to charge more money to make up the money that you spent. All right, it makes no sense to have a business where you're losing money. You have to be able to maintain that business. And so yes, the consumer is always going to have to deal with the brunt of that. So the cost of living is going up, the cost of food is going up, the cost of services is going up, the cost to borrow money from the banks is going up. All right, this is not a healthy economy. All right, and then meanwhile you got countries around the world trying to de-dollar the dollar. All right, the BRICS nations, all these nations are forming together to get off the US currency, to get on their own currency, or to develop a common currency that they can all use. All right, but what happens when everything you own is attached to the dollar, is attached to the currency that is basically bottoming right now, and you know, the next 10 years is probably going to be non-existent. It's probably going to be a new financial system. We're moving towards a digital financial system. All right, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, do your research. All right, do your own research, guys. All right, that's why it's important to invest in things that the government cannot control, that the government cannot produce more of. All right, for example, digital currencies, cryptocurrencies. The government cannot produce more of these assets, which is why, yes, it's very speculative, okay? But that does not mean that it's not a good investment, all right? I wouldn't put my retirement in it. I wouldn't put 100% of my money into it, but it's something good to help secure your wealth, okay? Anyways, guys, I gotta go. I'm just catching up. I'll be putting out more videos this week. I love you guys. Please follow my content, subscribe, share, ask me questions, whatever you want to know. If any of you are going to Disney World, let me know. I can fill you guys in on some good information. All right, do's and don'ts and everything in between. All right, and remember, the number one rule is positive, mental, emotional, and physical mindset, body, okay, everything. All right, positive vibes. I love you guys. Have a good day.